10 signs your partner doesn't love you, even if you think they do. You think you know your partner's love language. You might even speak it fluently. But sometimes, the things that make us feel loved are different from what our partner needs to feel loved. This leaves both of you feeling unfulfilled in the relationship and longing for something more meaningful. It can be hard to tell if your partner truly loves you or not, but there are a number of psychological signs that they might not care as much as you think they do. In this video, we will show you what those signs are and how to tell the difference between someone who is just faking their feelings and someone who is genuinely in love with you. Make sure to watch until the end so you don't miss anything, because if you've spotted the signs that your partner may not truly love you, don't worry, you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to share 10 essential tips that will help you navigate this tough situation and take control of your happiness at the end. Welcome to a new video from the Improvement Tablet YouTube channel. If you're new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos and comment down below, "I subscribed," so we can welcome you. Let's get started. First sign, pretending to be busy. They put on a busy front so they can't be with you. Someone wants to be with you when they are sincerely in love. They look forward to spending time with you and appreciate your company. But there's a probability your partner doesn't truly love you if they frequently act busy when you want to spend time with. Even when they don't want to spend time with you, the relationship may make them feel obligated. It could be a good idea to create some limits and spend time with other people if your partner engages in such behavior. Your lover may start to adjust their attitude after realizing that you're not hanging around for them. Sign 2, only interested in the physical relationship. They don't want anything more from it than the physical interaction. Being emotionally and psychologically present for the person you love is just as vital as being physically there for them. A genuine lover seeks to establish a connection with you on every level. They want to share their life with you and tell you everything about themselves. However, it's a clue that your partner doesn't necessarily love you if they seem to be just interested in the material parts of your relationship and have no interest in anything else. If all they're getting out of the relationship is sexual contact, chances are they won't be changing their minds anytime soon. Although physical intimacy is vital, a relationship requires more to succeed than that. Sign 3, rarely complimenting you. They don't often give you compliments. Giving someone a compliment can truly make them feel special. They convey your concern and appreciation for the other individual. It's likely that your lover doesn't love you as much as you believe if they don't give you many praises. But avoid drawing hasty judgments. Compliments can be used by some people to trick others into believing they are in love. Therefore, don't let the fact that your partner doesn't compliment you frequently lead you to believe that they don't love you. Remember that a person who genuinely loves you may not display their emotions as much as other people do. Sign number 4, making you feel dependent. You start to feel totally reliant on them. Everyone has times when they need someone to lean on. But in a happy relationship, you should only be able to do so when it's absolutely essential. They ought to be there for you when you need them, giving you a sense of security and completion. That's a clue your spouse doesn't truly love you, though, if they act as though they can't or won't support you when you need them, or if they give you the impression that you're always dependent on them. They may not actually care about you. They may be exploiting you to satisfy their own desires. It's critical to establish limits and take care of oneself under these circumstances. Instead of focusing on forming a relationship with someone who takes advantage of you, try to find someone who truly cares about you. Sign number 5, initiating contact only when needed. They only get in touch when they have a need. Whether you live with or see one other seldom, if your partner never shows you any affection, it's possible that they don't love you. A person who truly loves you will desire to communicate with you on a regular basis. They will want to discuss their own life with you and inquire about yours. However, it's a clue that your spouse doesn't really care if they just get in touch with you when they need something. Lovers are drawn to one another all the time, whether it's via text, phone conversations, or even just hearing your voice. It's not a good sign if you're the one who makes the effort every time, and they never reach out. Sign 6, afraid of being alone. They want to split up yet can't bear to be by themselves. Breakups are common, but ending a committed relationship requires bravery. If your significant other wants to end the relationship but is afraid of being alone, it may be a clue that they don't love you as much as you believe. This isn't equitable for either party. Your partner would fight for the relationship and go above and beyond to make it work if they really loved you. However, if their only reason for remaining is that they fear being alone, then they are putting their comfort ahead of your enjoyment. Sign number 7, blaming you for everything. They hold you accountable for everything. It's common to feel irritated and desire to place blame in relationships. However, it's an indication that your partner doesn't love you if they constantly hold you responsible for everything that goes wrong. Individuals who are in love accept accountability for their own deeds. They strive to right their mistakes and recognize that relationships are a two-way path. Nonetheless, it's concerning if your spouse blames you all the time. This suggests that they are averse to accepting accountability and would prefer to put the onus on you rather than deal with issues maturely. Sign number 8, lack of respect. They show no regard for the partnership. Honor is essential in any kind of relationship. Respect for one another comes easily to those who are in love. However, it's not a good indicator if your spouse doesn't respect you or the relationship. They are being disrespectful if they don't know when to say no to approaching new people, or if they flirt with other people even though they are in a committed relationship. Additionally, they aren't respecting you if they consistently prioritize themselves over your feelings. They might think they can get away with anything they want, and that you'll put up with it. But that dynamic is unhealthy for a relationship. Sign number 9, not making an effort. They don't try their hardest. When someone is in love, they go above and beyond to maintain the happiness and stability of their relationship. They want to make things work and are concerned about making the person they love happy. But it's a clue that your partner doesn't love you if they don't seem to care or put any effort into the relationship. Someone won't bother trying to make things better in a relationship if they don't care about it. The relationship finally fails due to a lack of effort. Sign number 10, indifference to your happiness. They don't give a damn about how you're feeling. Someone who truly loves you will go above and beyond to make sure you're content and doing well. They will be considerate of your feelings and rejoice in your happiness. However, it's a warning sign if your spouse never seems to be concerned about your feelings or if they are unable to join in your joy. Individuals who are in love want to see their spouse smile and are concerned about each other's health. It's probably a clue that your lover doesn't love you when they show little interest in your happiness. Determining whether your partner really loves you might be challenging. Knowing these indicators, though, can make it easier for you to distinguish between someone who is acting romantically and someone who is sincere in their feelings for you. It may be time to reassess the relationship and decide whether you want to stay with your spouse if they engage in any of these actions. Remember that not everyone expresses love and affection in the same way, and that differences exist among people. If they exhibit the majority of these indicators, though, it's likely that they don't love you as much as you believed. Even though coming to this fact can be difficult, especially if you are in love with them, the sooner you accept it, the better off you and your partner will be. After you validate these indications in your relationship, follow these 10 suggestions for what to do. Tip number 1, express your emotions. Recognize and affirm your feelings. When you realize your spouse might not be the person you love, it's acceptable to feel sad, hurt, or puzzled. Let yourself feel these feelings without passing judgment. Tip number 2, consult with your spouse. Start a candid discussion about your worries with your significant other. Express your feelings about their actions to them, and see if they're open to hearing your side of the story. This will let you know exactly where they stand and offer you a chance to speak your mind. Tip number 3, assess the connection. Evaluate whether you are actually getting what you need from the connection by taking a step back. Think about what you want out of a relationship and whether your values, desires, and emotional health are all being met by the current circumstances. Tip number 4, establish limits. Set up limits that are explicit to safeguard your mental well-being. Establish boundaries for what you will and won't put up with from your partner if their actions are making you feel unloved. Setting boundaries aids in regaining control and upholding your dignity. Tip number 5, ask friends and family for support. Seek emotional support from close friends or family members. Speaking with others can offer comfort, perspective, and direction while navigating the circumstance. Tip number 6, put self-care first. Make your health a priority by doing things that bring you joy. Exercise, hobbies, meditation, and quality time with loved ones are a few examples of this. Maintaining your physical and mental well-being will keep you centered. Tip number 7, take into account therapy or counseling. If you're having trouble making decisions or managing your emotions, you might want to think about getting professional assistance from a therapist. Therapy can provide you useful skills for controlling your emotions and processing the dynamics of the relationship. Tip number 8, choose whether to remain or go. Choose if you want to keep the connection going or end it after giving it some thought. It could be better to break up with your partner if they aren't ready to make changes or deal with the problems. Based on what's best for your long-term happiness, make your choice. Tip number 9, make future plans. Make a strategy for your future regardless of whether you choose to remain or depart. If you're leaving, concentrate on how you're going to start again, become independent again, and move past the experience. If you decide to stay, think about how you and your spouse might cooperate to strengthen your bond. Tip number 10. Have faith in your gut. Throughout, pay attention to your instincts. Have faith in your own ability to make the best choices if something doesn't feel right or you're not happy. Your inner knowledge can be a very useful path to contentment and happiness. After it's been confirmed that your partner might not genuinely love you, these suggestions are meant to give you the clarity and confidence you need to move forward.